What's up, Helldivers? We have completed the TCS major order already, with days to spare. And I know a lot of people are now asking, well, what happens next? Like, what's next? What's the next big thing? We're ready for the next major order. So, of course, no one knows for certain except for Joel and Arrowhead Studios, but let's speculate wildly anyways for fun to see if we can predict what's going to happen next now that this major order has been completed. Now, the most popular prevailing theory right now is that the TCS is going to backfire on us, that it's going to cause some sort of mutations from the bugs, and that's what's going to bring in the flying bugs that we saw some evidence of, even though we are now being gaslit into saying that evidence does not exist. I do sort of think that's going to happen, but not quite as people are saying. I don't think it's going to be a mutation because of the TCS. See, there's also been a few sightings of an old enemy coming back, the Illuminate. And they, of course, have super powerful psychic powers and shields and things like that. And I'm wondering if there's evidence that they created the automatons. I'm wondering if they're going to start like bioengineering or psionically altering the Terminids because of the TCS, so that they can come in on a different front and fight a war on 3 fronts instead of 2. Now, we also know this game is being run kind of like a D&D campaign. And in a D&D campaign, you know that the good thing never just happens, right? There's always some sort of consequences, something that goes wrong, something that goes different. I think something is going to go awry on this one. It's too early in the D&D campaign for things to be like, okay, well, you just permanently resolve those planets, so way to go. So obviously they can't go back on their word right away, right? They can't just say, well, the bugs turned out to be immune to TCS, so there's nothing we can do about that. But there's nothing stopping other groups from being in there, right? Like, the automatons could take that over, the Illuminate could take that over, there could be a whole new enemy that comes to that area. We just can't have bugs there, right? And that's what really makes me think the Illuminate's gonna come in and start altering the bugs, and they're gonna say, okay, the bugs can't be on this planet, but we can. I think there's also going to be something involving Malevolent Creek. Now, I know there's tons of memes about it. I know the community absolutely either loves or hates it. However, March 16th, the day that I'm shooting this video, the footage you're seeing right now, is Malevolent Creek Day. The community came together and said, on March 16th, we're going to go retake it. For 24 hours, all we're going to do is run this one mission, and we're going to retake the planet. And I think Arrowhead probably has taken notice of that and is going to incorporate that some way into the next major order to hold us over until the Illuminate comes. And they're either going to try and distract us and call a major order somewhere else to try and pull the community away from that, or they're going to lean into it and put a major order on Malevolent Creek and watch us fail. Because right now, the creek is pretty hardcore. There's a lot of spawns of enemies. It's under ionic storms, so stratagems are interrupted. You have the radar towers that are interrupting stratagems, and you only get 3 stratagems. So I think they want us to fail over here. There's also one other curious thing, and that's the screenshot you're going to see here. There's one player on Liberated Cyberstan. Now, Cyberstan is, as far as I know, the homeworld of the cyborgs, which are the automatons from the first game, but different than the automatons. So that's a different faction, even if they're similar. Now, a lot of people are speculating that this is Joel hanging out there, you know, the DM, the GM, playing, making ploys there, making plans there. But after that visit, it was also that we got blue beams raining down from the sky, blue lasers, which also they're saying don't exist, which makes it a very real possibility that not only are they introducing one new faction, but maybe even 2. There is 2 very large spaces on the world map that appear to be where the other factions are going to move in, and that would take us from a war on 2 fronts to a war on 4 fronts, which is going to make this very, very, very difficult for us. This is a current map of Helldivers IO, which shows us, how many forces are in effect, where people currently are. And we can see there's only 6 planets left right now that are kind of targetable. This doesn't feel like very much, and I have a feeling like they're going to introduce some new ones really soon. It's also worth noting, in a previous video I talked about how bots are way less popular than bugs, and I have a feeling they're going to put some major orders over on the other side of the map to get us away from the bugs. We've been over there for too long. I think there's something brewing over on Dropner or Malevolent Creek. So overall, I think we're going to get 1 or 2 new factions. We're going to have a terminated mutation, and we're going to have a bunch of invasions coming all at once as a, hey, you won, you got your major order, look at your major victory. Now we're going to take that away from you, and we're going to make it 10 times worse. So that's my wildly irresponsible guesses for what's going to happen the next week or two. Put yours in the comments. Tell me, do you think I'm right? Do you think we're going to get something else? Are we going to get a new war bond? Is something else going to come out? Please tell me what you think. And as always, like, subscribe, all that stuff. It helps the channel. I appreciate you watching the video. And have a blessed day.